Hey guys, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel and episode number 3 of my D.O.C. Your House series, Declutter, Organize and Clean. I thank you guys so far from the feedback that I've gotten. You really like the idea of putting all the little zones, your mini zones in a jar and just picking it randomly. And I think the reason why this works is because it cuts the overwhelmed factor and it makes things more manageable, and it also adds variety because nobody wants to spend 3 weeks in one room. You get bored, right? I mean, at least I know I do. So we just lost power in the house and don't have much light to work on. It's already 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm hoping it's not going to be a zone that requires electricity, like some place where it's dark, let's say, I don't know, boiler room, things like that. If it is, I'll have to put it back in and pick another one because I can't film with that light, right? So let's just pick one, and hopefully we got one that I can work with regular natural daylight. So just like I did yesterday, I'm just gonna pick one random little sticky note in here, and we're gonna see. Oh, hold on, I can't read anything on my glasses, but anyway. All right, we're picking this one. And hopefully it's upside down, Willie?
Yep.
Okay, so that's what it is. What am I doing today? Kitchen, top work area. Oh, okay, all right. Well, it needs to be done. It's a big mess right now. And you're probably going to be all shocked by the state of the kitchen, but I can work with that electric light in that area. So let's go right in, clear out the whole counter, and really get rid of a whole bunch of stuff I absolutely do not need, do not use, don't want there anymore. So yes, this is the current state of my work area. I've obviously been very busy and there's no excuse. But I did get back to work on Thursday. I haven't had any chance to do anything. So this is what I'm gonna do. I have an issue with this work area. I like to work here. Well, this is where I edit, this is where I do my billing, this is where I do a whole bunch of stuff like writing letters, responding to your cards and whatnot. So there's certain things that I really need here, but there's other things that I don't. So what I need to do is look at what I have on this top area. I'm not doing the bottom I separated. And I'm going to put to the side the things that I really need here, just what I need here. I'm going to take them off this area and put them to the side. And then whatever is left is obviously something I don't need. So I'm going to go through that, and then I'm going to organize it in a way that just makes sense. Because remember, we're decluttering, organizing, and cleaning. Because I just need this space to work for me. And how many times have you seen me try to put something together here? Now, I have a set of shelves here on top. This set of shelves right here, I don't use them other than displaying these things that really I don't need. So that may get decluttered, and I may finally use those shelves for the purpose of organizing things that I need down here. Let me think about it. But first, let's see what it is that I really need on this counter. So I gotta put my brain together here. I need the computer. Let me put that to the side. I definitely need that. Okay, so put that to the side. I need the mouse and the mouse pad. I need the internet line. I'm gonna turn it off or unplug it. I'll plug it back on later on. Do I need one that's long like this? No. But for now, that's what I have. And I need this thing here. That's the power. Okay. So I definitely need that. What else do I need? I need my planner. I need this book. This is where I put in, I hope this is not in focus and me not in focus. When I do the Esty stuff, this is where I mark all the information, like, you know, for an item, I number it, I measure everything, so that way I don't have to go, you know, and try to read the box, because I'm doing everything downstairs, but that's being processed here. Okay, this. And then what else do I need? I need a few thank you cards, not a whole box of them. And Juanita sent me some, so one box of card is enough. The rest is gonna go upstairs in the card. Well, no, my box of cards is here. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't need to keep this here. This can go back upstairs. These are all my cards. And I don't want to do the underneath, but that makes sense. Okay, so that's got to go back upstairs. This stays here. One box of cards. When I need more cards, I'll go get it. Okay, so that's a no. What else do I need? I need pens. I have this thing here. That's just a regular glass, but obviously I need something bigger. Alright. 3 highlighters. Those little ones. This, that. This and this one. That's really all I need. That can go somewhere else. Alright. Everything that's here, I do not need here. So let me take all of that out. I got to figure out how I'm going to organize what is staying. You can always tell when my life is back into chaos, right? Because usually this area is the first one to just go kaput. Okay, this goes back upstairs. Relocate. This goes back upstairs. Relocate. And I'm a hot mess. I don't have any problem showing you the hot mess because you all know me. Okay, so this goes back in my purse. Glasses go back in my purse. What else could go in my purse that I have here? Nothing. Okay, so my purse goes back over there. So these I responded to already. So they go in my box of cards. Colina sent me this for Christmas. This is a quilt pattern. It's very interesting. It's called Garden Gate. And they used kind of like vintage fabric. So definitely going to do that at some point. Colina, I don't know when, but that goes downstairs. So let me put that away. Be right back. Alright, this is trash, 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 pen, sticky, okay. Alright, we're seeing clearer already. This goes in the junk drawer. This, I actually need them. The sticky notes, we're gonna keep that. This goes back to the pharmacy. This needs to go to a wash. These are washed. They need to go back where they belong. This goes back up here. This goes in pharmacy. This I probably need it here because I do some wrapping around here. Alright, extra pens go in the junk drawer. This goes in the dishwasher. That's my lunch bag. It's empty. It needs to go underneath here where I usually keep it. This and that don't need. And popcorn goes in the pantry. This goes back in the coat closet. And we're back with this thing here, which did not work for me. So the only thing I use here is really those 3 for business. I have some thank you cards here. Alright. And more cards. Elizabeth, I keep your stuff here because that way I always have your address. I always lose it. Oh, more stamps. Good. I could use some of that. Okay, so we got stamps. This, I'm going to keep it in my other box. These I gotta go through. So I'd like to keep something like this, but you see how it gets overwhelmed real fast, right? So obviously this is not working for me. So guess what? This can go. Declutter, that's gonna go to donate. So one of my problem with having this area as a work area is that I don't really want stuff on the counter, and you see what happens, right? Obviously it's not working. So I put stuff at the bottom, and all I have is open containers. Like I have baskets that are open, nothing closes. I think I would be better off, and then when I'm trying to pull them out, everything else that's in there falls on the floor, it ends up on the other side. It's just not working out. And I don't want to do the one at the bottom because that's not what I'm doing today. So I got to come up with a system. I don't mind having one box here where all my stuff is in it and just what I need and nothing else. And then I have to use that shelving system here to store things like the cards that I'm going to need, the stamps, probably, what else could I put up there? I got to think about it. But first I gotta clean. See, that's my problem. I want to continue to work in this area, but this area has never, not once, worked for me. And I think the problem is me, but I think it's also the way the area is set up. So it's 60% me, 40% the environment. Or 70-30. Or 80-20. Doesn't matter. There's some environmental problem too. It's not just me. So I'm going to take down the stuff that's on the side shelf here. I got to make a decision as to what I want to do with it. Let's look at it. Okay, so we have this picture here, common brown drip. But these are a little bit harder to find. These are the cup measuring thing. And I got to be honest, I never use them for their true intent. I think it's really cute. Do I need them? No. Do I want them? I didn't even know I wanted them when I got them, okay? Could I sell them? Absolutely. Could I sell this? Yeah, sure. So guess what? I'm going to sell this. I'm going to get them out of the house so that I can use those shelves for the true intent, which is storing things that I need to store. Where is this made? Made in Taiwan. They're pretty old. They're from 60s, 70s maybe. This one I don't know. So this I'm bringing downstairs. It's going to go on my storage shelf where I keep everything that's up for sale. I'm doing pretty good. I never thought I was going to put those for sale, but you're going to see them on the Etsy shop soon. I don't know when, but soon. Right, so the last item I had on the shelves is this little Paris thing that Edward brought back from Busch Garden, Virginia, I think. So obviously I'm keeping that. And then this is my address book, which I only use once a year when I send my Christmas cards to family members, cousins, and old friends in France and all of that. Obviously I don't need this here because I only use it once a year, so that can go back upstairs. One more thing I have here is this is really cool. I like it. It's one of those wax melt thing. I moved it here. It used to be by the sink. I moved it here because by the sink it was constantly getting knocked and I would get wax that would overflow. It was a big mess. Do I want to keep it here? I kind of like the smell of it. It is taking one plug. That's the problem. Let me turn it off for a minute. I think I can find a better space for it. Yeah. I'm gonna put it on the second floor. When you go up the stairs, there's a plug there that is never used, that's out of the way, so that thing will never get knocked and I will still enjoy the scent. So that's where I'm going to put it. But I'm not moving it yet because this thing is still melted. Now, Norris. Where does Norris go? I like Norris. He's always been in the kitchen. I don't really want Norris anywhere else. So we're gonna... Yes, baby, what's the matter? I'm not eating food. I'm gonna move him back here, but for now I want to clean this whole area. So let me put him to the side. He's staying here. I'm gonna go and dust stuff I haven't dusted in a long time. Oh, it's pretty bad. But those are hard to reach, so I really don't know what I'm gonna put there. Might as well do the top of the window while I'm at it. Okay. Alright, so this is all clean. So now the whole area is clean and ready to be set up for a mini office, but I do need a box. I don't have the right type of box, and I may need boxes there too, because I don't like to see, well, I shouldn't say that, you've seen what this looked like earlier, right? But like, let's say I was putting a glass here with a bunch of pens. That bothers me. To me it looks like clutter. I'd rather have a box, you know, like a long flat box where my pens go in, rather than having stuff all in the open. So the only thing I can do is go to the Amazing Savings and see what they have, because they always have great boxes and baskets over there for really, really cheap. I only have one box that would work here, but I'm using it for office supplies upstairs. So I don't want to take the office supplies out of the box and bring it here. So I'll be right back. Let me go see what they have at Amazing Savings. And you don't have to go and buy stuff. It's just, for me right now, I'm just tired of having to redo this area over and over again, trying to figure out how I can work best. I mean, you've seen how many attempts I've done. If you watch my channel for a long time, I had shelves, I took out the shelves, I put the thing on wheels, I took it out, I put the boxes in there, I took them out, they all fell, it didn't work. Now it's back to having stuff all over. I gotta figure out a better organization system if I'm gonna make this my office. So sometimes you do have to bite the bullet and go to the store and buy the organization system. So let me go do that. I'll be back. It's gonna take me 15 minutes. It's across town. Okay, so I'm back, and in an effort to stay transparent, I have to be honest, I'm very upset right now. I'm upset because I have done this area so many times and nothing has worked. Nothing. And like I said before I left you, a lot of it is my having zero habit and discipline. I get that. But let's face it, it's really not functional to be here. So as I'm going to the Amazing Saving, and I got a few things really, oops, hold on baby. So as I went to the, I'm playing with my dog. I went to the Amazing Saving, and I was looking at containers and stuff. I was thinking to myself, well, here we are. We're going to put containers on the counter, and what I want to do is really not have, ideally, I really don't want anything on the counter. I really don't. And I need to figure out a way to do this. But underneath there, which is really not what I'm supposed to do today, but I'm going to do it anyway because it kind of works as part of what I'm doing. So when we get to that sticky, I'll have to put it back in the, well, we'll skip is what I'm trying to tell you. I have the cooking books and I have a lot of office items down there, but they're just in open containers. I show you. Like stuff like this. First of all, it's got my apron, which really doesn't belong here. Okay. And then this open container's got what? It's got like gift cards that we received. It's got more mail. It's got a checkbook, and it's just it's just not working out. And I don't like open containers. Open containers, baskets, you've watched me long enough to know that they do not work for me. So I was thinking, well, let me try to not spend money on something crazy, and then it's not going to work. And then you guys, 6 months down the road, watch me ditch the system. And I remembered that, so I went to the store and I saw some of those containers, the tall containers with the drawers, the plastic ones, you know, the storage container. And I thought, yeah, maybe I can do that. If I go underneath and I remove the middle shelf, one of those would fit, and I could have all my supplies in there, the pens, the notebooks, I can put the computer on top, my work computer would fit in one of them, I can label it, and it still leaves room on the other side for the cooking book. So I almost bought one, and then I remembered I had one downstairs. Do you remember in the boiler room? I had one where I put tape on top, light bulb in the middle, and plumbing stuff at the bottom. And it really it's really stuff that should have been in containers, but I didn't have containers at the time to do that. So I got this, I emptied it out. When we get to the boiler room, I guess all those things will have to be relocated to the proper boxes. But what I'm gonna do is really clean this up, and this is gonna go underneath there. And let's say office supplies are going to go in there, or everything I use on a regular basis, like the office supplies and the billing is going to go in there. And then the other junk that I don't use all the time, but I do need here, can go in there, and then the cooking book on the other side. So let me clean this. And this is my final attempt at getting, it is my final attempt at getting this kitchen office organized as a system. Because after that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just don't. How many offices have you seen me create? How many? Between this, what I had in the living room, the office upstairs, what I had in my bedroom, I had one down in the basement, I had one in the dining room. It's just not practical. And the other day, by the way, while I'm doing this, we're going to chit-chat. And some of you don't like the chit-chat, but that's okay. The other day I was watching a 1950s infomercial type thing that was about kitchen design, and all the kitchen back in the days had an office. There was a table with a chair with a filing cabinet and some shelves on top, where the lady of the house would do her billing and her menus and all of this stuff, and that was her space. So having the office in the kitchen is not unheard of. Now, when we moved here, where I have the crates for the dogs, used to be an empty space, and the guy here had a desk with a computer, and I guess he or she, you know, the previous landlords or owners of the house, so we're doing this stuff here too. But I got the dogs, so I put a counter and I put the crates underneath. So there's a possibility after we don't have dogs anymore that I take out the corner here and just put a real secretary desk. That would be really ideal. But for now, I gotta work with what I have. So let me wash this because it's pretty grimy, and then we're gonna empty what's underneath there and see. I gotta declutter cooking books. And remove the shelf and see how I can organize this. Because remember, we're decluttering, but we're also organizing and cleaning. Oh, look at this mess. Okay, so cookbooks. I gotta go through them again. Because I can't keep all of those. I don't have room for both that drawer thing and cookbooks. So let me go through this. Who's right here? That's Scott. We're gonna do cookbooks because this is crazy, Scott. Alright, so yay or nay?
That's yours. You decide. I didn't buy it.
I can't sell it. The dog chewed the sides of it. Does this house spell chaos or what? I have done 0 with this. That's the Pioneer Women's Dinner Time. But I would really like to try it.
Well, why don't you hang on to it then?
Alright, so I hang on to it. Okay. The Taste of Home cookbook.
Never used it.
Never used it.
I didn't even.
I've never used it.
Didn't even look inside of it.
What do I do with this?
I have no attachment to that.
Okay. Donate. Can you put it to the side? Toutes les bases de la cuisine des légumes. That's my mom's cookbook. This is.
Yeah, I know exactly what that title is.
That's my mom's. Look, the dog chewed that one too.
That's your mom's and the dog chewed on it?
Yeah.
So glad we got the dog.
Yeah, okay. So, we know we're keeping those.
We are?
Dutch pantry. Well, yeah. Stop. Dutch.
There's only 2 people in this house that can read those.
Okay. Dutch pantry cooking.
You got that from whom?
I got those from the Dutch pantry.
Oh, I thought you got it from Martha.
No, Martha, I got this. No,
Alright, so
Cooking with the Fishers, no. Okay, so here. Weight Watchers Freestyle. Don't need it. Jacques Pépin.
Gotta keep that.
Gotta keep that. Jacques Pépin,
Yeah.
number 2. Okay. The one my mom wrote by hand. We're keeping. Okay, my grandmother's cookbook. We're keeping that. This is my first cookbook when I was in France.
So that's the French version of American cuisine. This is what France thinks of American cuisine.
Well, it's American recipes. And I did some.
Does it have text in there like, here's what Americans think hamburgers are?
Right, American food.
I used that
Martha
once.
Stewart, you used it?
But I don't have any. Like I made biscuits out of there and they were really heavy.
Alright, donate.
Alright.
1,000 classic recipes from around the world. You know, all this stuff.
Did you buy that at a garage sale? Oh, it's got Post-its.
It's got Post-its with stuff that Mexican corn pie.
I made that one time. Remember when I made that?
Was it good?
I liked it.
Alright, so what you want to do with this? It's really big.
I'm probably not likely to make that Mexican corn pie again, so. It's
You know,
basically chili with cornbread on top.
You know,
of it.
everything is online. Yeah?
Well, a lot of things are online, but
Lamb with satay sauce. That looks good.
Moroccan lamb chops.
Oh man, that looks good. Lamb
This
with-
is how it goes. This is why there's no progress. Oh, that looks good.
Fish and seafood. Look at that octopus.
How's the diet going?
Alright. I don't know what to do with this.
Well, how many more are there?
That's it.
That's
Oh,
it?
wait. There's another book in French. I gotta keep the ones in French. So this is keeping. Do you want to go through them again? I mean, obviously the French book. You know, the thing with cooking books, we don't have to keep them here.
Well, where do you want to keep them?
I don't know. Could we
Well, put them up there?
Then they're gonna get all dirty.
Yeah, but they're getting dirty under the thing.
You're right.
I mean, or we could put them on the shelf up there.
I don't know if the shelf is gonna hold. So I'm trying to do things right for once. I know, right? I can hear the giggles already. That drawer thing fits. If I do a supply cabinet here, you know, for pans and all manner of supplies, that's in the long run. You can't see me. That in the long run will really assist with emptying out the junk drawer too. So I'm going to put Linus first. So that's drawer number 1. So the amazing savings, I got these. They were $1.99. And you remember how I said I need containers that have a top? Well, that's not coming off, and it doesn't really matter. So, in here, I'm going to, in this drawer, in this top drawer, I'm going to put the stuff I use most often and need on a regular basis. So that would be things like this. Cable, right? So that box is perfect to careen all manner of cables that I need for my computer. So here's one. So next is this. I got that for $1.29. It's a little snap lock container, and that's going to contain the pens. Hopefully this comes off. Okay, good. Post-its. There's always room in those boxes. Okay, so I have thank you cards. Good. Like a little notepad. I always need those. I'm putting one at the bottom here. I want to put one here. Well, I need access to it faster, so that can stay on top here. Post-its. Okay, and then scissors. This is starting to look like something that's gonna work. All right, you know what? Thank you cards. I don't write thank you cards every day. I do write every day. All right, now this I need almost every day. My planner, most of the time it's in my purse, so that stays out. This I need. All right, I think I'm done with this drawer. Let's move on to drawer number 2. Reserve actually, and that makes more sense, to the Etsy business. I put actually I put the computer at the bottom drawer so that way it gives me weight and this thing doesn't tip over. So everything that's related to the business is here, and matter of fact, so should the tape. And then I have some spare here. I don't know what to do with. I found some more post-its that can go in that little supply box. This is gonna have to go into the cable box. My second camera is gonna go in the bottom drawer. These are specialty markers. They can go in here. That's it. Everything else after that is gonna be cooking stuff. The task is done, and to be honest, I didn't enjoy it one bit. Not one bit. It was gruesome. It was frustrating for many reasons. And you see, that's the reason why I'm cutting this into little bits and chunks. Because if I was to do the whole kitchen, for instance, as a decluttering series, it would take me 5 or 6 days. And by the time I get to this, which I would procrastinate to the end, I would just come up with some crazy idea. Nothing would work. I would continue and repeat the same cycle of frustration. So let me show you where I'm at. I'm done with this. Let's cross our fingers that 6 months from now, I'm not trashing everything and saying, this is not working, I've had it. Because at that point, I'm just going to go back to the office upstairs. I mean, really, which is kind of not what I want to do. So as I said, the goal was to get everything off the counter, and I did. So we got Norris is back there. So this thing here is hardened again. So I'm gonna put it to the side, and it's gonna go down on the second floor. Now here, I removed everything except that one little box that I got today for $1. And it's a regular little wooden box. And in it, basically, I have the remote control for the TV because it's easier to grab them here. And then a file thing. All right. And then underneath, this is what it looks like. Now, I'm not happy with the way the books are because that's really not how you want to have books. If I'm looking for one, I have to remove all of them. Maybe once I'm done with cleaning the whole kitchen, I can find a cabinet where I can put them in. But this is working for me. So on top, I put my computer, my actual laptop right here. So if I need it, I just pull it out. And then when I'm here and I need my stuff for work, I just take the drawer, put it here, get the stuff I need, and when I'm done working, editing, or whatever, put my cables back in, and the drawer goes right back in there. I'm doing this with my left hand, which is kind of difficult. I think you understand. Now, in here is all my, let me get the checkbook out of the way. It's all my Frenchie and Tabby stuff. All right, so if I need to work on that, I put my mouse and stuff in there. That's fine. And the heavier stuff and the stuff I use the least is at the bottom. This is trash, a whole bag of trash. This here is for sale. This is donate. And this is relocate. So, let's do a practice run because I gotta make sure this works. I usually sit here, not by the window, but let's say I'm sitting where I'm usually sitting and I'm ready to edit something, right? So I just go this way, I grab my computer and I pull my first drawer. I can either put it here or I can put it here. I grab my cables, everything else. When I'm done, put the stuff back in. See, I don't have to bend too much. Right? Put the stuff back in and grab the computer and put it on top. And the counter is clear again. Is this going to work? I don't know. I pray it works because I have to tell you, I hope you hear the frustration. And then those chairs gotta go. I really don't like those chairs. They were street finds. They were good enough when I got them. They're somewhat comfortable. I don't like the fact that they swivel at all. But this is where I work. They're the right height for me. I think I'm going to invest in real counter stools or counter chairs. I deserve it. I really do. Because I'm working here all the time. And now I can even have somebody sit here. I can sit here and have a guest here. The kids can eat here. Granted, the problem here is that I don't put things back where they belong, right? You've noticed that. So I'm going to try my very best, now that I finally have a system that looks like it's going to work, to put things back where they belong. And then if I want to watch TV, this is easy to grab where the remotes are. So I'm pretty much done for today. So give me a thumbs up if you liked it, despite my very obvious frustration and struggle with the whole area. And if you still like this series, don't forget to share the series and the videos with your friends. Let everybody know about this system. And I guess I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.